Hey, so does your mind always go blank when somebody asks you a question or they're trying to talk to you, but your mind completely shuts off, completely fails you in the moment? If so, stick around because in this video, I'm gonna help you understand why that happens to you and what you can do about it so you don't have to suffer that embarrassment any longer. Okay, so let's go. And so let's say somebody asks you a question or you're in a situation where people are waiting for your response. They're literally looking at you, eyes on you, waiting for you to speak. But there's absolutely nothing going on up here. Super embarrassing, right? Because you want to connect, you want to respond, but you physically cannot. So to help you understand this right off the bat, the reason your mind blanks out like that is your stress response has gone all the way into the danger zone. So think about it like this. If you're parked in your car, you got the car in park, you start revving the engine. So you push on the gas pedal, the RPM gauge goes all the way into the red zone, like the 6, 7, 8, like it completely revs up and it's right in that danger zone where the engine's gonna overheat. That's what's happening with your stress response. You probably heard about it now, the fight or flight response, but there's a key distinction here. There's a big mistake that people make and they underestimate just how much this survival mechanism or the stress response guides their behavior. So for example, let's say you're nervous before an exam, you're a bit jittery, that stress response is still going off. That survival mechanism, that fight or flight response, it's still going off. It's just to a lesser degree. So it's still causing you to disrupt your breathing. It's still causing your heart rate to go up a little bit, but you're still functional. That's the key distinction here. You still have cognition in those moments. You're still able to think and function. And this is essentially what separates us from the animal kingdom, right? So think about a lion. If a lion wants to go eat, he goes and he stalks his prey. He goes and he attacks, gets his meal. That's the end of it. He doesn't think about how he feels about it before. He doesn't think about, oh, what if I fail? What are people gonna think about me? What if I disappoint my parents? You know, the lion's not thinking about these different things. He just goes and he does it because animals don't have that extra mental faculty of reasoning, thinking, imagining, and all these different things that take place in the mind. That extra layer is exclusively for us humans, that extra layer of judging, perceiving, reasoning, worrying. That's only what us humans do. But the thing is we can do that with a bit of stress. We can still have that stress response go off and still be able to write the test or still be able to have a conversation or give a presentation. Now, before we go a little bit deeper, I wanna give you the opportunity to download your free ebook. I'm gonna link it below the video and it'll be very informative for you to download because it's gonna show you exactly why that stress response is going off like that, why it's overactive, and why it's developed in that way. So download it, read it for free, get the clarity you need. Now going back to this mind going blank, okay? So the mind is going completely blank because your stress response has passed a certain threshold. It's gone off to such a high degree. The blanking of the mind is like the cherry on top. So think about it like boiling water, okay? Water, it gets warmer, you have it on the stove, it gets warmer and warmer and warmer. When it hits that 100 degrees, it starts to boil, always, okay? That's the set point for water. You also have a set point for this mind blanking out. And this set point really varies from person to person. One individual might be able to handle a lot of stress, so they never reach that set point. While the next person, any bit of feelings, any bit of overwhelm, right? There's different factors here, depending how sensitive that person is to the external environment, how demanding, how much pressure the external environment is putting on that person. That set point is gonna be different for each individual. So again, if your mind's going completely blank, your stress response has gone so far, it's past that threshold, it is completely in the danger zone. You don't even have thinking, reasoning, you don't have these mental faculties that humans rely on to function in the world. You're essentially operating like an animal. So think about in the animal kingdom, if you were to think, that's gonna slow down your reaction time. Kill or be killed. Think about it that way. If you're in front of a tiger and you start thinking and reasoning, you're gonna get yourself killed. You would not want that thinking mind to slow you down in that type of environment. It serves no purpose in the animal kingdom. And you're thinking, yeah, of course, but I'm not in the animal kingdom. Well, your mind and your body don't know that. And that's the issue. That's why your mind and your body are getting completely hijacked in those moments. And I don't say this from a place of judgment. My stress response used to be very, very severe. I remember walking down the stairs randomly, just going to the gym at work, and I would have a coworker say, hey, Rubin, where are you going? Question, right? They're asking me a question. And I would just get startled, feel like I'm in trouble. My mind's going blank. I'm stuttering. I don't know what to say. It made absolutely no sense. People would be trying to connect with me, but I'm perceiving threat. I'm perceiving complete danger. I'm acting like this animal under threat. And there's no real reason for it. It's just the way my mind and my body used to get hijacked. Now, what you don't want to do is practice thinking on your feet. This is the mistake I made. So I would go to Toastmasters, practice thinking on my feet. Then I would go to improv class because they would teach you how to think on your feet, how to think on the spot. Or I'd be looking up, memory problems, trying to fix my memory. It's not a memory issue. That stress response is blanking out your mind intentionally. It's doing it with purpose. That's what you need to get to the bottom of, okay? So for example, underneath that stress response, what was driving it was I was always feeling like I was gonna be in trouble. I was gonna get yelled at. I was gonna be embarrassed. I was gonna be humiliated. That's the underlying feeling that was triggering off that stress response. And that's what you really wanna get down to. That's what's gonna get down to the root of the issue. Stop that stress response from going off, or get it down at the very least, down to the point where it's not going off to such a high degree where it's passing that threshold and completely blanking out your mind. And if you found this helpful, I would love to connect with you. You can join our Facebook group. I'll link it below the video. You can come in there. I can guide you closer along the way. You can ask me questions. You can also build connections in there. Great group, a great community on the inside, okay? And then also, you can follow me on Instagram. I post daily tips, inspiration, and content that's just gonna support you along your way to being anxiety-free. All right, so please use those free resources. Don't struggle alone. And if you found the video valuable as well, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, see you later.